Hello, my name is Caden, and I'll be showing you a demonstration of my robot today, the Shine Sheriff, which was created as part of our automated gardening system. The Shine Sheriff's job is to identify the amount of sunlight a plant needs and to deliver that need via a mirror and an umbrella. Let's take a look at our TinkerCAD simulation. So our whole thing starts with our Arduino Uno, which controls our two DC motors located on the right and left of the robot, and then those are actually tank treads. And then from there, we move to our motor driver, which helps them control speed and direction. From there, we have our two servo motors. One works the right arm, and the one works the left arm. The right arm is going to contain our mirror, and the left arm is going to contain our umbrella, and moves them to the neutral and the closed position for the standard, and then the open and the reflect for when they're in use. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our code. We're going to start with oh, I apologize. We forgot the power supply that powers the two DC motors, and the servos and Arduino are USB powered. Now we can move on to our code. So here we have our servo library. It defines the pin connections for servos, the on and off switch, and the motors. The first thing that it does is position the the left arm with the umbrella to the closed position, which is going to be at 0, and the right arm for the mirror at 90 degrees, which is neutral position. So essentially, the arms have been stowed. Next, we're going to move on to our setup. We initialize serialization and for like communication for debugging, attaching servos, setting our pin modes, making sure that the motors are stopped and that our servos are in their respective closed and neutral positions. See that here. It's just a waiting for signal, not signal, sorry, input from the user. Now we're going to move on to the more dense area of our code. That's going to be in our loop. So while the robot's on, if the plant type is none, it will have its arm stows, again, umbrella closed, mirror neutral. And then when the robot is off, it will also have the umbrella closed and the mirror neutral, and will wait for it to be pushed on with the button. So while the robot is active and it's waiting for a plant type to be received, it continues to patrol. Again, it registers that there's no plant, so it's listed as none. And from there, we move to Shade Lover. This is going to deploy our umbrella, and then Sunseeker deploy our mirror, and then none again, which is going to return it to that neutral status. And then here's our push button logic. This is going to basically, while the button is pressed and it's on, it will continue to work. It will continue to patrol the garden, and when the button is off, it will stop and will wait for you to press the button on again. So we're going to go ahead and start our simulation, but before we can do that, let me move the serial monitor up so we can view what it's talking to us with. So we start our initialization, start a simulation, and the robot is in the none position. It is currently patrolling the garden, waiting. Motors are on, arms are stowed. As you can see, the motors are running at quite a high RPM, and then we have seen that the two servo arms have moved. Again, I'll do that one more time for us to witness both those things occurring. There we are. I'm going to go ahead and signal to the robot that we have a robot who is a plant that is a shade lover. So to deploy the left arm, which is the umbrella. And as we can see, that left arm has just moved. I will return the robot to the none status so that it returns that umbrella to closed. And from there, I will use the Sunseeker plant type. We see that the mirror has moved to our reflect position. I will once again type none to show that it moves back. And these can go in between each other as well. We can go from Sunseeker to Shade Lover. And as you can see, when that occurred, both the arms moved, both the servos moved, and that is just so that the actual robot can return to its status so it doesn't do both at the same time. I'm also going to hit the button here to indicate that it can be turned on and off. Sorry, there we go. The robot is in the off position, and I will turn it on once more. And it is back to patrolling our garden. Now, one portion of the project does specify that the robots do have to talk to one another. And in the case with the Shine Sheriff, Currently, the input for what type of plant is in front of the robot is determined by the user. So we could have a central control hub robot that could communicate to the Shine Sheriff, indicating what kind of plant is in front of it. And from there, that is our full demonstration of my robot, the Shine Sheriff. Thank you for joining me today. And again, I hope you enjoy the presentation. Thank you.